Hey folks, we're playing the Nerfed Master Yi here, and I'm going to be playing the most optimal build on Yi. And you may notice I sound a little sick, and it's because I am, so I'm going to be a little bit more calm than I typically am. I need to pull out this red. I should have used my alpha a while ago. So, some people have been finding varying levels of success with Master Yi this patch. We must admit he is a little bit harder to play now that he does less damage, but we can make it work. The build order that we're probably going to be going for is Gunzu's Rage Blade into Kraken. It's a little bit odd. I've been researching some of the Yi builds on websites to see what builds were performing the best, and ironically, Gunzu's Rage Blade as a rush item is one of the only builds that has a positive win rate. So that's what we're going to be trying. We're going to be trying to make this build work. And a lot of people have been recommending some like tank-like builds, like with Sunfire, Frostfire. And there's a lot of different builds out there that people want me to try. So if you have your build, put it out there. I read all the comments. If I don't try your build, it's not your fault. I'll maybe eventually get around to it. I'm always looking for build ideas. But right now, this looks like the most meta build. I'm going to go ahead and go along this side. What is my team comp? I got Yone plus Alawi in the mid lane. It's kind of crazy. Let's kill these wolves. Come on down. Now, if you auto attack this wolf before you alpha strike it, you don't want to do the wolf cheese where you go over the wall. And I'm a little bit late on my clear because I didn't kite that red very well, but I'm gonna go ahead and smite this and pull it over. So the thing is about this clear here, it speeds it up. Like, this will speed it up because you're applying the red buff and the jungle item to 2 camps at once. It's not even really about using the alpha on 2 camps at once. It's about applying the burn to 2 camps at once. Because obviously with the alpha you get 1 extra full bounce. But that's it, right? Like it's not really super helpful to apply alpha to 2 targets. It's about the burn. Talia went to mid lane. I just realized I have no sound, guys. Give me a sec. I have sound now. I can hear everything. Well, there's birds in this game, guys. I didn't know there were birds in this game. Hey, Pantheon. How you doing? Master Yi's here to gank you, bro. And that's how we do it, right? Dude, he was too overextended. What I'd like to do is I'm going to fake going top here. And I'm actually going to full go top here because we're going to burn our flash. We did not get her flash. Though, her drop's definitely up. I'm going to take this opportunity to back and grab the first components here. What you could do, what might increase your win rate here is if you have enough for the Noon Quiver, instead of going Gunzu's Rage Blade, you can grab the Noon Quiver, right? Because you are going to grab a Kraken anyway. But let's see how good the build is with a Cloak of Agility plus a Rage Knife, because it's not too often I actually get to start a game off with that. And if you have enough gold for the Noon Quiver, you typically want to get Noon Quiver. But we will see. We will see. So the Krugs will spawn. These are spawning soon. And then we'll clear downwards into the Dragon. And maybe it'll be good. Apparently the cave sound is loud. I'm going to turn that down, though. I'm going to turn that down in editing anyway. So my YouTube people are going to be like, what happened? The game sound is all over the place. Let's go ahead and kill this here. I don't think it's necessarily the game sounds loud, as I'm just talking quieter than I usually do. Talia's going to the bot lane. And we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves these. We got 2 more camps after this one that we need to go for. Kill these little raptors. Give me all those little raptors. Oh, yes. I almost countered on myself. I had the nerve. I had the ability for it. Let's grab ourselves the wolves and then into the Gromp. Overall, it looks like the clear is not that bad when running this. It gives us an extra 26 physical damage on hit, but Noon Quiver obviously would have been better, but this works against champions, so you gotta think positively about that. Yeah, overall my opinion is Noon Quiver probably would have been better. Increases our clear speed, because we only get 25% attack speed plus 26 physical damage on hit. But it does work on champions. Compared to Noon Quiver, when we look at Noon Quiver here, Noon Quiver gives 10% less attack speed, but way more AD, and 20 physical damage per hit. So if I did it again, yeah, I probably would have gotten Noon Quiver first. And then you could probably sit on the Noon Quiver as you finish the Gunju's Rage Blade, or you can go for the Kraken because we had such a strong lead there. Now, that's the thing about the Gunju's Rage Blade is obviously the rushing of the items is worse than if you were rushing Noon Quiver. Like, you could just see it purely in the stats, right? But the thing is like, having an early Gunzu's is just very powerful. Like, getting that early power spike is just way better than getting a Kraken or something like that. Let's go down over here to the red. And after we get the red, we can actually look at ganking bot lane. But I have a feeling Natalia is probably in my camps as I'm taking her camps. Just gonna go and smite that. Bottom is looking gankable. And I need to blast over into the Krugs. Oh, I'm just gonna game bottom. Hold on. Cowsep first. Okay, good gank. That was a great gank. Haha, I'm better than you, Talia. And we're already sitting on 2-0-1. See, that's a case, though, where the... Oh. Oh, nobody else went with it. It was a good try. It was a good try. Anyway, we have enough for Gunzus now. Talia has my red buff that we can see there, so we don't even need to check my red. Not that it matters. We are going through that side of the map. I think we could have died Pantheon if somebody, like, maybe went on to the champion here. I still have people complaining about the sound of the game, so I'm just going to pitch that down a little bit more, guys. And all should be well in the land. All should be well in the land. I'm sure when I'm editing this on YouTube later, guys, I'm sure I fixed the game sound. Isn't that right, folks? Isn't that right? Okay, so the red is gone. As said, I'm going to try to get me a... I want to call this the pink buff. I don't remember what it's called. It's called a Rift Herald. I want to get me a Rift Herald. We're going to pull her out a little bit. Double strike. Look at these double strikes, though. Gunzus has some really good double strikeage. Some really good double strikeage from me. Actually, Gunzus is perfect for doing Rift Herald because Rift Herald actually opens her eyes more often when you melee attack her. Or, sorry, when you basic attack her, it doesn't have to be melee. So, actually, Gunzus Rage Blade gives us more double strikes, which then gives us more opening of the eyes for Belveth. That is not Belveth. For the Rift Herald. Let's grab this. And we're going to continue our clear downwards. So next up, guys, I am going to be going for the Kraken. I guess you could go for Shield Bow. These, I've just basically taken the highest win rate items in terms of order of how they're built in hopes that we get something good there. And I'm also using pretty standard G runes, except I have Conditioning secondary instead of bringing the Domination tree as a secondary. But this Resolve secondary actually works really well against Leona, and it works really well against Pantheon, and it works well against the Rise. So I actually opted to bring these runes as I was loading into the game. Let's grab this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and explain the full build for you guys here. It goes Gunzus, Kraken, Death Dance. And then after that point, you already have like a 62% win rate or something. So your chances of winning is much higher. I think at that point, if you make it past 3 items, you get yourself a Blade of Ring King. And then after Blade of Ring King, you get yourself a Guardian Angel on your full build with tier 2 boots. And then you can maybe choose to pick something up later. Ow. Okay. We're going to roll up to this. We have Rift Herald. Oh, wow. Okay, I got his flash. Worth it. So we had a very interesting question from my chat, and he says, how do I get out of silver? It's been 6 years. The answer to that is to get good. But the less specific answer to that, or I guess it's a more specific answer to that, is you need to focus in low elo of taking advantage of people that play as badly as you do. And, of course, that's not an insult. I mean, what... What's going on here, bros? Where's my team at? Okay, I'm going to back out of there. That worked out, though. I meditated that. Ooh, that was so close. So in all seriousness about getting out of silver when you've been stuck in silver for 6 years, honestly, it comes down to you have to just realize you're at the bottom of the barrel. There's so many ways that you can improve that would just make you better, right? Like, it's always the best when you're trying to improve from a low rank because it's just by learning basics, you can improve yourself significantly, right? Which is great. I gotta push this into the tower. That's why I'm kind of pushing it so hard. You can improve yourself significantly, and I find that in silver, people often overextend, right? Like, they're pushing into things, and they get ganked, and they get killed. Like, you know the thing, jungle diff? Oftentimes, jungle diff comes from people that are playing unsafely and overextending to places they shouldn't be playing to. And I think that's a really big one, is the overextension of players. I notice that in any game I play where I'm ranking up for the first time. Like this Leona is constantly overextending into me. But you can see the tenacity here. Check it out. I got 51% tenacity. I have no plan to build Merc Treads because once you have this much tenacity in Merc Treads, right? I have Legend tenacity and I'm flinching. Once you have this much tenacity in Merc Treads, only give you like, I don't know, like 12% or something, or 15%. I don't know the math, but it's definitely, it's not worth it. 15% if I had to guess. So at this point, I would get like some berserkers or something. But if we look at the enemy team comp here, we could actually see that they have a pretty healthy amount of magic damage, right? I know Pantheon could potentially one-tap us, but Witsend would be a very interesting choice here because Witsend, both the players that are fed on their team are magic damage dealers, and Witsend is very, very powerful against magic damage dealers. I know I said I was going to build the highest win rate Yi build, right? To try and get a feel for what you need to be building. But sometimes it's okay to deviate just a tiny bit from the build if it makes sense, right? So in this case, they have two really fed magic damage dealers. It's like, oh, duh, Witsend. If they only had one fed magic damage dealer, I would probably just continue with Death Stance. Looks like he's going bot. Yeah, I'd probably just continue with Death Stance, but this just makes sense to me. And also, I don't like to get tier 2 boots. And the reason why is, like, Master Yi has the best item scaling in the game, right? Finishing a completed item is worth a lot compared to finishing boots. But finishing boots is something that if I had to do, I'd typically do it really early. So, like, rushing a pair of Berserker Greaves is really nice, or getting a pair of Berserker Greaves after one item is really nice. But once I'm this far down the tree and I'm this committed, I just keep going for those tier 1 boots. Yeah, so the next item, if you're going purely by the idea of building the highest win rate E build with absolutely no like brain usage at all, next item would be a Death Stance. I'm just going to kill it. I'm too lazy to go around the back. That's the beauty of E. He kills objectives unlike anybody else, you know? We got 2 dragons, too. Enemy killing spree. Everybody's dead before that dragon, huh? Okay. Ezreal's coming up. I could flash on him, but I'm gonna resist temptation. Let's go back and grab ourselves a dagger. More attack speed is always nicer on Yi. And I've been playing Bel'Veth. A lot of people have been wondering my opinion on Bel'Veth versus Master Yi. I really like Bel'Veth as a champion. She's pretty nice, but right now she's a little underpowered. I would assume that she's gonna get some compensation buffs. I don't know for sure. Maybe people just haven't figured out how to use her yet. Also, Rise is not in that dragon. Well, that's one way to pull it out. Does she have a Zhonya's? No Zhonya's on either of them. Okay, that works nice. I can grab somebody that flashes over the wall. Anybody else want to flash over this wall? Give me that Pitta. Give me that Pitta. Here we go. Oh, come on. Don't flash away. Just give me the Penta. Wait, why do you still have ulti? You know, we're going to call that one an unofficial Penta because that's exactly what that was. They've just ran away so long that I couldn't finish. Alawi, what are you doing? They ran away so long that I couldn't get it, guys. That was really, really unfortunate for me. But you know what? That's fine. Hey, look at that. The highest win rate Yi build doing work. And as far as the game knows, I could be building a death dance with this pickaxe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But we are going to deviate now to go grab Wits in. It just makes the most sense here. Though Pantheon's going to hurt. He has 3 kills now. Pantheon does hurt. But that's why. Again, you can see the usage of this tenacity. The tenacity is huge in these fights. Like, we are very easily sustaining these fights with tenacity. Also, another thing, if you want to get better in silver, is learning your champion. It's really important to learn your champion. And I suggest that you get like 2 or 3 champions you're good at. I know one-trick ponies get a lot, right? But that gives you time to focus on improving your overall gameplay. And then after you're a little bit better, macro-wise, then you can swap over to some other champions. So, like, because I play Yi all the time, I can focus entirely on the gameplay, right? And my micro is no problem. And that's why you can often transfer into other champions and still do fine. I'm going to get this Baron. Though, Yi's kind of interesting because Yi kind of changes how you play the game. He's a little bit like Kayn. Like, you know how, like, if you take a Kayn player off of Kayn, they're garbage at the game, right? Because it just plays so different. Manshi's pretty similar in regards to, like, you think about, like, objectives. I tried to solo Dragon yesterday at level 4 on Bel'Veth, and I died terribly. That was sort of embarrassing. All right, Whitson is acquired. Now I'm going to be working towards the death stats. You know what? I'll do it for you guys. I'll get those boots. I know you guys are cheering right now at home. You're in your seat. You're like, woo, Cowsep got the boots. I did it for you guys. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking I was going to buy the chain vest instead. But boots are really, really good. They're really good. But I got my 3-item power spike. And now I feel appropriate buying boots. So no big deal. Okay. So we're going to go over here and secure this Baron while the other guy just pushes. Now, with this build, no Blade of Ranking means no sustain on the Baron. All we have is the jungle item sustaining us. So we could kill it quite quickly, but soloing it is probably out of the question. Unless you double smite Highlander. Okay, thanks guys. See, this is like... So many people are just willing to let me solo the dragon so they can go get... Oh, I just tried to pick up the Shelly. You may have noticed that. That's the thing about Yi, right? Is like you just get this opportunity to do objectives that you otherwise would normally wouldn't get to. And that's why he's a little bit different than other champs. But, I mean, Bel'Veth gets fed enough. She'll solo Baron. That's the one thing I hate. When I play other champions and Baron is obviously to play. And I can't get my team to do it. I just tried to summon Rift Herald. Guys, I don't know why I think there's a Rift Herald. I don't know why, but I think there's a Rift Herald. And there obviously isn't. I thought about diving that. Rice has... Okay. My bad. I'm just going to sit here and meditate a little. Okay, let's push up. Uh-oh. Alright. She's a good champ. Took a lot of skill there. Don't say otherwise. Okay, so with that said, guys, I think that we can conclude accurately that this game is over, and that is the highest win rate build with Mashi, except I would have went Death Dance instead of Whitson, into Blade of Ruin King, into probably Guardian Angel or a Whitson. Hope you enjoyed. And check out this other game. It's too late. Well, guys, somehow my team ended up not ending. They were just standing at the Nexus attacking people in the fountain. So we still got some more time to go. You know, more potential for the late game. More chance for the enemy to come back. That's why this is a team game, because, you know, I killed 4 people and they still couldn't end the game. Okay, anyway, let's go to grab this dragon here. I sold my boots for Death Dance. I think it's almost always worth it to sell boots for a power spike item. Especially something as strong as a Death Dance. Alright, let's go push. That's, you know, that's just the ego problems. Man, if I wasn't recording a YouTube video, guys, I would just go AFK right now. Let me tell you about it. Let them suffer. Okay, we got double ports going in. Okay, the enemy's like... Alright, I'm in it. And that's how you win the game, if your team won't. Don't forget to check out this video if you want to see some more gameplay with Master Yi post-nerf.